Welcome to Finnish Vintage. I'm a vintage dealer from Finland, and I buy and sell old stuff, mainly like design stuff. We have some stuff from 1800s, but mostly is from 1950s till 1990s, depending on the trends, of course. Today I'm going to show you a few things. I bought these from auction here in Finland. They are Artek 69 chairs that were made for Viipuri's museum in 1935 by Alvar Aalto, and they are Artek chairs. And how do you know it's Artek chair? Because you can see the formula. It looks like Artek chair. And here are a few things that you can recognize like an old original Artek chair. The main thing is the L leg. Here. It's covered in this awful paint, but you can see this wood is like a solid wood, and they have these, how do you say, slits that they press the wood to bend it. And it was made Alvar Aalto with Otto Korhonen in the 30s, I think, somewhere there. And how do you know how old this is chair? There are a few things. I don't know, is it called Phillips screws? But when you have like these straight screws with a straight head, is it called Phillips? I don't know. Then we know it's before 1973, and it had these cross, how do you say it? I don't know. With these cross screws and these like a straight ones. The cross ones came after 1973, and so we can know that these are before that. I think these are from the 70s or the 60s. I think so. I'm not sure because there's this paint on. Here are a few things that you can see in the older chairs, but I'm not sure about this because it has this paint on. But I bought these from auction. I think it was like 40 euros a piece, which is quite cheap, considering that the newer ones of these, when they're in prestige condition, they can go up to 300 euros a piece. And the same thing with the older ones. When they are from the 30s or 40s, they are higher. And the cheapest models are from 80s, I think. 80s and 90s. You can get them fairly cheap here in Finland. But I think we ship lots of stuff to Japan. And I checked out the prices in there, so the one chair could cost like 600 or 700 euros in Japan and abroad. I don't know. How about other places in world? Do you have any numbers? But when I fix this, I have a few options. I have to take it apart. And the first thing is I take some of this paint off and see how is the original surface. If it's bad or if it's painted before, then I'm gonna just overpaint it, because it's not, if I'm gonna sell it like a painted one, it's like a 200 maybe, 150 and 200 on that range. But if I'm gonna make it original, it's still like a 250 maximum price, at the very, very, very maximum price. At this point, the Artek chairs and Artek stuff is quite cheap here in Finland. They are not as much appreciated as it should be. And of course, it's because of the financial situation here. We are like in a very, very bad situation. So that's why you can buy these cheaply. I have feel like special ones here, but I'm going to talk about them later. Those are the things like a treasures that they will keep their value. But these like normal chairs, they are average here. It's like 10 years ago, they used to throw these out because every school and every kindergarten and all these places had these chairs, and they just threw them away. And like 5-7 years ago, they were like rethinking about it. Oh shit, that we did this and we threw them out. Maybe we should preserve them somewhere. And now you can buy these fairly cheap here. But people still want them. Mostly they want them on an original shape, which is like a birch. And it's like an original birch with this light white surface. And the second best thing is to paint it like black or white, and then have like, how do you say it? Cushion, not a cushion. But when you staple, you know, this fabric here, I don't know the term. That's the second best option. And the best of the best is when you have this like in black or white, and then you have this zebra fabric here. That is the easiest one to sell. But I bought these 40 euros a piece, so I think I'm gonna just take these screws out, give them a light sanding, and probably I'm gonna paint them black and have a zebra fabric here, I think. And then I'm gonna sell these for probably 200, 220, 230 euros a piece. And I think that's the maximum at this point. Okay, but here's things that you can find in Finland auctions fairly cheap.